YouTube, man, welcome to another video, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the channel. It's been about like 2 weeks since I posted to this channel. My apologies, my fault, y'all. I ain't been consistent on this channel like I need to be. I've been over on the main channel, BKBJ. I've been posting a lot of shorts, lives, long form, all that type of shit. I've been doing more music recently. But right now, I got a couple of videos lined up back to back. Um, it's a few hours before I got a bus to go back to Miami, so I got this space for a little bit longer. So we just gonna pop out a few videos back to back to back. This one's a killer realizes he's been caught years later, so we're gonna see what it's talking about. Hopefully, it's one of them ones. If it's made it to YouTube, it was one of them ones. You feel what I'm saying? If not, y'all won't see it, but y'all already know how the drill is. Do your boy a favor, hit that sub, hit that like, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get straight into it. It's time to chill, man. It's a 20-minute video. It's probably gonna be like a 40-minute reaction, bro. Real shit. So if you got your snacks, go ahead and get that. If you got your yamina, go ahead and get that. If you got your drink, go ahead and get that. Let's vibe, man. Let's get it.
Hey, are you
How you doing?
Ross? I'm Tyler Duncan. I'm with Anderson County Sheriff's Office. This is Steve.
How you doing?
This is Ross Velarde, and for the last 8 years, he and his wife Amy have been living with a terrifying secret that these detectives are about to expose.
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in
Wait, so him and his wife? Ooh, ooh, them type of people is the worst, boy. Killers in crime, or partners in crime, real killers.
He and
Like,
his wife Amy
hold
have
on.
been living with a terrifying secret that these detectives are about to expose.
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in 2015. We'd like to talk to you.
Damn.
Amy's parents, Mike and Kathy, as well as Amy's grandmother,
See, karma's a bitch. She always gonna catch up, man. This is a case that happened back in 2015. My boy Ross or whatever his name is, my boy thought he got free. My boy thought he got away with that shit. He thought he got away scotch free, huh? Telling you that karma shit for real, man. That karma gonna catch up to you no matter what day. That's why I always try and be a good person, man. Cause fuck, bro. 2015. I mean, damn near. Well, depending on when this was recorded, but that's years later after the fact. You still get caught.
mothers, Barbara and Violet, were brutally murdered
crazy.
inside their own home in 2015.
Run it
Barbara
back.
and
Hold
Violet.
on.
Amy's parents, Mike and Kathy, as well as Amy's grandmothers, Barbara and Violet, were brutally murdered inside their own home in 2015.
Damn, 4 people, the parents and the grandmas. That sign is fucking crazy. That sign is wild. Do you know who murdered us? That sign is fucking great. You know what? We're just gonna
Leaving
skip over
police
that.
with
That's
the
a
grueling
wild sign.
task of solving a quadruple homicide.
That's crazy.
As family members, we want answers.
But unbeknownst to everyone, Ross and Amy were the killers all along.
We're not here because we think you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it. It's piling up, Ross.
Damn.
You don't want to roll the dice on this, I'm telling you.
Yo, what type of interrogation room? First of all, I mean, shit, bro. This is some white privilege if I've ever seen. God damn, they didn't
Unbeknownst to
take
everyone,
him into no interrogation
Ross
room.
and Amy
They
were
didn't
the
drive him down to the station. No, they didn't drive him down to the station before presenting the evidence. They did this shit in the car. And he's in this passenger. He's in a shotgun. He's passenger seat. What the fuck, bro? You got a detective on the right, a detective in the back. Why you ain't throw him in the back? Make sure the seats is locked. I mean, the doors is locked. What the fuck? If y'all know y'all got a killer on your hands, why the hell is you interrogating him in the car? This man can run. You know what I'm saying? This man can beat y'all ass if y'all ain't like that. You feel what I'm saying? Take the car and then go on a fucking run. You feel me? Like, but these are some rookie ass cops right here. Rookie ass detective. I don't know. They look old, so they can't be rookies. Like, maybe just not good detectives. I don't know. What the fuck going on? White privilege? What the fuck going on here? Like, I don't understand. How are you showing this man evidence against himself in the car that he could run? Whatever. You know what? Keep it going.
killers all along.
We're not here because we think you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it.
They're literally saying, we're not here because we think you did it. We know you did it. So why the is he in the passenger seat while you're interrogating this man? Bro, throw the cuffs on this man, take him to the station, put him in the interrogation room, get the cameras right instead of the goddamn body cam you got on yourself, and do this the right way, and then throw the scum in jail. You feel what I'm saying? God damn. Y'all over here. Ooh, 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 ooh. And how much you want to bet that they gonna let the fuck go too?
Piling up, Ross. You don't want to roll the dice
Unless
on
they
this, I'm
arrest him
telling you.
on spot, then that's fucking crazy. Like, unless they arrest this man on
On
spot, that
November
is
1st,
wild.
2015, Mike and Kathy Scott, alongside their mothers, Barbara and Violet, were found brutally murdered in their trailer home. Everyone was found with similar injuries, a slashed throat and a gunshot wound to the head made
Ooh.
after they died. They were also found with knife wounds on their hands, indicating that each victim had tried to fight back before being killed. There were even bloody
Damn.
handprints on the doors and walls, showing that someone had even tried to escape after they'd been stabbed.
Lock them up and throw away the key, bro. Or bring back the firing squad. These people are crazy. How you gonna do that to your own parents? And then your own grandparents on top of that. See, I understand everybody live a different life. And not all family dynamics are good, you know what I'm saying? And not all like not all people have the best relationships with their parents or with their grandparents. But bro, how you gonna off them at that? Like, bro, at the end of the day, if it's like that, just stop talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Just distance yourself. Don't go and off them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, that ain't gonna do nothing. Um, like, I don't get that. That's wild, bro. Some people out here fucking crazy, bro. Like I said, them type people, lock them away, throw away the key, boy. Bring back the firing squad.
The terrifying scene inside the trailer home would go completely unnoticed for the entire day, until, according to Amy, she went to check up on her parents and found them lying dead inside their home. And at around 12:30 that day, Amy decided to call 911.
911 was location of emergency.
Around 12:30 to check up on her parents.
What time did she go to check up on them compared to what time did she call the cops?
Unnoticed for the entire day, until, according to Amy, she went to check up on her parents and found them lying dead inside their home. And at around 12:30 that day, Amy decided to call 911.
911 was location of emergency. Oh my God! I need somebody out here. What's going on?
That sounds fake.
Oh God! There's 4 people in my mama's house. Who are these people that are in the house? It's my mom and my grandma and my granny and my stepdad.
When Anderson County Police arrived on the scene, they said it was one of the bloodiest scenes they'd ever been to. But something was off. Detectives noted no signs of forced entry and thought it couldn't have been a robbery as there were multiple valuable items left in plain sight.
See, and if they did it, well, they did do it. They didn't even do it the right way. That sounds so horrible. Oh my God, that sounds awful out loud. I would hear me out. Hear me out. What I mean by that is they went in there and tried to make it seem like somebody broke in, or maybe like a failed robbery, or somebody came in to kill them, right? But they didn't take anything valuable with them. They left money, they left the valuables. There was no sign of forced entry, meaning that the person who went in there and did it knew that they can get in there, had access to get into the house. You know what I'm saying? There was no broken security, there was no code disabled, um there was no damage to any doors, like no signs of kicking in any doors. There's no windows, sorry, excuse me. There's no windows broken, no sign of breaking into a window. Damn. See, these people dumb as how the hell did they even get away for that long? That's so crazy to me. Like the evidence here shows, like how. See, obviously, I know that they did it beforehand watching all this, but like, if I didn't even, I feel like my suspicion level would be really high of those two. You know
Inside
what
the
I'm saying?
home, this made 2 things clear to
Especially the way that
detectives.
she was on
Whoever
that
was
phone.
responsible.
Let me run that back. Especially the way that she was on that phone. She sounded like she wasn't even crying. She just sounded like, you know when people like fake cry? And like before the tears even come down, they start to get the wobbly voice. They're like, I even believe. Like, stop the cap, STC, stop the cap, bro. Where the hell the tears at for your voice to get wild? Normally, when you really crying, the tears come first, and then the fucking when you try and talk, you sound like a baby because you can't fucking talk. You feel what I'm saying? These motherfuckers did it the opposite way, like a dumbass, bro. Just keep on showing your hand. Gonna get dealt.
In plain sight inside the home. This made two things clear to detectives. Whoever was responsible was allowed inside the home before the acts, and that they only had one thing on their mind: murder. It seemed like this case had to have been committed by someone close to Mike and Kathy, but with insufficient evidence, the case slowly went cold, allowing Amy and Ross to get back on the streets and live their normal lives again for years to come.
Yeah, I got hit with an ad.
If you're not a profitable trader, after working with me in 8 weeks, I will personally hand you $7,000. And
But police always had their suspicions about this case, and cold, allowing Amy and Ross to get back on the streets and live their normal lives again for years to come. But police all
Stick a butt on the weed. Hold on.
Make it two. Stick one first.
2 sticks.
Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go shower.
You know.
I'm just lazy to go and get up. Yep, I have to go back and get ready.
What? You have to what?
I have to shower to get ready.
You're ready for what?
So I can wash it before.
Let's get back to it.
always had their suspicions about this case and were never comfortable letting it stagnate. Amy's Facebook page showed that she constantly had fights with Kathy and Mike over her children, often calling them narcissistic, emotionally abusive, and disrespectful. What's most disturbing
this dummy even posting about her problems to social media about that. It was so slow.
was a video of Ross and Kathy's fighting found on Amy's page, where Ross says something that would come back to haunt him forever.
Why don't you have Grandma come out here real quick?
I don't think your grandma wants to deal with this trash.
I'll show you, stop. Yep, yeah. Oh,
In addition to this eerie statement from Ross, police found
coming from the person who actually did it.
something that
It's crazy.
seems damning. They discovered a photo Mike had sent to a coworker just 2 days before his death, a couple of $100 bills. And inside Amy and Ross's trailer was a neatly organized stack of $100 bills, exactly the same serial numbers as Mike's. At the time, this was all treated as circumstantial, but slowly more coincidences would begin to line up that gave police enough reason to suspect Amy and Ross as potential killers. So, in 2023, they reopened the case, nearly a decade after the events that put an end. 2023, they
So I told y'all, 2023, bro. This happened in 2015. So these fuckers gotta wait for 8 years with all that evidence shown, and the cops saying that they still suspicious. 8 years. That's fucking crazy. I just gotta let it play for a little bit. Hold on.
reopened the case, nearly a decade after the events that put an end to nearly an entire family. Detectives started by launching a series of interviews with Mike and Kathy's closest peers to try and get a better picture of Amy and Ross, and see if they might have been responsible after all. They begin with Mike and Kathy's neighbor, to learn about Amy's relationship with her mom and if he saw anything the day of the incident.
With the daughter, got angry with her and kept the children from Kathy.
So tell us about that.
It seemed that they really tried to help Amy a lot. And Mike and Kathy, they really took care of the kids. And it broke Kathy and Mike's heart. She just really missed the kids, and the two older ladies that lived there, they were used to the kids coming in and out.
You think Kathy was afraid at all of Amy and Ross?
No, she never expressed that. But it was always the talk of the area that Mike would go to flea markets and he would get some kind of video games that he collected. There was a good resale market for him, and that he would buy any
a good resale market. And then they showed these coins. Bro, be real, bro. That's all he was making off of that type of shit, bro. And them some old games too, man. Come on, bro. Even in 2015, let's look at these games. Come on, bro. Them GameCube games, bro. Come on. By 2015, them already a couple decades old, bro. Come on now. You ain't making nothing but like $5, $10 a piece off of that shit, bro. You ain't making no real resale money. The hell?
collected. There was a good resale market for him, and that he would buy any old jewelry that had some gold.
All that gold is plated like a motherfucker. You ever been to the pawn shop, or you ever been to a clothing store and at the counter, at the corner, not the corner store, you ever been to a clothing store and at the counter they have like the watches and the chains and the earrings for like $20, $50, $40? That's this type. Can't resell that shit. You take that shit to a jeweler, he gonna tell you I give you $5. He might not even take that shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He might not even take any of them. Some shit
Then
looking
it was
fooky.
always a rumor that he kept a lot of cash and gold stuff around.
Not only did Mike collect jewelry and other rare memorabilia, but it was well known in the community that Mike always had a large sum of cash with him because he feared putting money into the banking system.
That's not a good thing to be known for. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even though, yeah, it's good to have money, but it's not good to be known that you always have an amount of money on you. You know what I'm saying? Or you always carry a amount of cash, or you always keep cash at the crib.
This made Mike
I don't know, maybe it's just where I'm from. People are so quick to run up in your shit. People are so quick to try you. You know what I'm saying? People are so quick to like, oh, that's you got it? Oh, let me get that. You feel me? So if you ain't a stand tall person, if you can't hold your own, or if you just a scary individual, just putting your shit in the bank, you feel what I'm saying? Because if you don't want none of that, or if you can't do none of that, put your shit in the bank, bro.
a large target, especially amongst those who knew him well.
And I think you've got to be one sick puppy to go in there and kill two helpless old women. The thoughts that somebody came in and killed those people, I still have nightmares about that.
This tells detectives that the murder could have been done for financial reasons, especially since this fact wasn't a secret at all. Couple this with the fact that Mike's money was currently sitting safely inside Ross and Amy's safe at home. A picture is starting to form of what might have actually happened that night. But still, nothing is certain at all, and police next head to Roxy Voorhees, an ex-employee of Amy and Ross's, who worked at their pet grooming business during the months leading up to the crime. Roxy had spoken to Amy almost every day for months before the incident, so if anyone had some information to give, it'd be her. And they were exactly right. What they found was so sinister, it blew the case wide open.
Ross had made a joke and said, do you want me to It was a joke at the time.
Right.
Then later I was like, holy, I'm glad I didn't say yeah.
It's Amy, right? What was your job there?
A bather. And I was learning in the process of grooming.
When you worked for the shop, you said they were just getting started, so they weren't very successful yet.
They appeared that they were fine.
Okay.
But then I would hear arguments of them, and a lot of it was money related. When I started working for her, I seen Kathy and Mike at the grooming shop. I was in the back grooming, so I didn't hear everything that was going on, but it was something to do with money.
Okay.
Throughout working there, she'd always tell me about how she was treated growing up and all of that.
What kind of stuff would she say about how she was treated?
She told me that she was always a daddy's girl, and she said her dad he was working on a car and it crushed him, and he was placed in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom decided to pull the plug. She always hated her mom for that.
Well, damn, if you came to a situation like that, bro, you can't hate Ma Dukes for that, bro. What if he was in such bad shape that it was better to pull the plug than just leave him there for your own selfishness? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Especially, I don't know the condition he was in, you feel what I'm saying? But they say he got crushed by the car. And he was barely alive. So, barely alive means fucking on that edge. You feel what I'm saying? Barely alive can have a lot of different meanings and reasons. So, me personally, I don't know. Sometimes, like, for example, I could put in my own example. When I had to put my dog down, like, I did not want to put her down, bro. I wanted to keep her there for as long as I could, right? But, um, what's it called? I wanted to keep her for as long as I could, but for that was just being selfish. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? I gotta pull that plug. I had to put her down just so that way she'd be at peace instead of in pain on this planet. So, being all that said, um, I don't know, bro. Maybe the lady is just fucking crazy. Cause how you gonna hate my dudes? I don't, like I said, I don't know their situation, but sometimes, as cruel as it is to say, pulling the plug is better than to let them suffer on here. You feel me?
Detectives learned that their grooming business wasn't as
Especially if it's something where it's like they're not, it's like it's bound that they're not gonna
successful
recover. You know what I'm saying? Like they could be all right, quote unquote, but they're never gonna recover. They're just gonna keep
as
doing
they
worse.
claimed it was. Based on bank records collected by police, Amy and Ross's proven income in 2013 was $25,622. However, in 2014, Ross spent $14,200 on a Ram truck, $5,700 on a Mustang, $10,000 on a Harley FXE, and another $5,000 on a Harley XL. Close to $35,000 on luxury purchases. But an
That's 10 more racks than what you had in your bank, bro. How the hell?
income of just $25,000. With these poor financial decisions, the couple needed money, and they needed it badly. In 2014, their business fell short, making just over $3,000 for the entire year. Things were bad, and they were on the brink of bankruptcy. So when the cops
Only $3 grand for the entire year? Oh, damn. Hold on. Let's do some math here real quick. Hold on. That's $250 a month that they were making. And that's a store, so you know that they were spending more. Damn. That's crazy.
found $67,000 in cash hidden in their home, they knew something seriously strange was going on. Ross claims that he'd been saving the money for years, but detectives don't buy it at all. They're certain that, at a minimum, Ross and Amy had to have stolen from the house on the day of the murders. But to some extent, this was all known about 8 years ago, and it's still all circumstantial. For all the cops knew, Amy could have noticed the dead bodies in the trailer and grabbed the cash out of desperation before calling the police. So there had to be something that set this investigation apart from the one back in 2015. However, this case would take a complete 180 after detectives would find their most blatant, crucial piece of evidence yet. When going through all the CCTV cameras throughout the town on the day of the murders, police found footage of Ross walking out of a gas station that night. Nothing is suspect at first, until you look a little closer. The shoes he's wearing are Asics Gel Speedstar 5s, a model whose sole design just so happens to perfectly match the bloody footprints that were found inside the trailer. This claim was even confirmed by the
Damn. You're fucked, buddy. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Damn. The
shoe company themselves, and the pattern is unique to this specific model, making it
I was gonna say the blood pattern is specific to that type of shoe, because not every single type of shoe has that fucking pattern with all that extra woo-wow shit on it.
clear to detectives that Ross Velarde is a cold-blooded killer. All the evidence had come together. The abundance of cash in Ross and Amy's home, Mike's $100 bills in Ross's safe, identical shoes to the killer, and an ugly past with Mike and Kathy. Police now believe they have everything they need to charge Ross and Amy with the murders. So, on December 11th, 2023, they decide to confront Ross and Amy at their new home to finally uncover the truth about that night once and for all.
I'm Hobby, and I got Botox Cosmetic. There was a particular photograph, the line.
Hey.
So this is the clip that we seen at the beginning. Hold on real quick. Let me make sure everything's still going good. We good over here? We good? We still good? Alright, bet. For sure.
Are you Ross? I'm Tyler Duncan. I'm with Anderson County Sheriff's Office. This is Steve.
How you doing? How's it going?
I got assigned the case about the homicide that happened in Pendleton in 2015.
Okay.
Is Amy here?
She is.
So since she's the one that called 911, I think you were there also. We'd like to talk to you. If you want to come on out, we'll talk to you and then we can talk to her. Can you describe, I guess, your relationship with Mike and Kathy?
I had a good relationship with Kathy. My relationship with Mike was really great, actually. It kind of turned sideways a little bit July 4th.
So I think y'all had got married that year, is that right?
Correct.
In 2015?
Yes, October 24th.
The 24th. That would have been, what, about a week or so before?
Yep. The last time that I saw Mike and Kathy was before Amy and I left to come down that Halloween. We had just gotten back from my mom and dad's. She went to knock on the back door, but the back door kind of just like was already cracked open or something like that. And that's when she apparently found the scene that she found. She went bolting back out of the house. I think she called 911.
You see how calmly he's describing the situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't affected him at all. You feel me?
And
it's another sign
that's
right
when
there.
she
It's
apparently
just a tiny red flag, just a mini red
found the
flag.
scene that she found.
Not the biggest.
She went bolting back out of the house.
Just especially when you're talking about something like this, about finding a crime scene where you find your parents and your grandparents dead. You feel what I'm saying? And yes, it's been years' time, but my boy talking about it a little too
I think she called 911 before she called me, if I
he's just talking
remember
about football.
correctly.
So you didn't go over to the other trailer?
No.
Or to Mike and Kathy's trailer?
Correct. I never went in that trailer that day.
So after you last seen them, you never went in their place again?
Correct. Yeah.
The detectives are baiting Ross into a trap, as they know based on the footprints that Ross did without a doubt step into the house on the night of the murders. Later on, they'll be able to confront Ross about these blatant lies in hopes they can shock him into a complete confession.
There was a couple things that kind of were red flags, but I don't know if they have anything to do with this or not. Mike bought and sold a lot of items, and some of the people that he was buying from were pretty shady sometimes. So that's another kind of red flag that I had as I was trying to just replay like events leading up to the homicide. Should I have seen something?
You're just starting out with this. If you were us, what would you do? What do you think happened there, Ross?
He's the first gentleman that's asked me that. TV shows that I watch always say, follow the money. And you find out where the real motives are.
Ross is unknowingly digging himself into an even deeper hole.
It's funny as fuck that he said that. The fact that they got all that fucking evidence about the money on him. See, detective back there got a smirk because he's like, oh, really? It's like, oh, really? No, you don't say. You feel me? The hell, boy, you just giving yourself away, boy. Rat chasing that cheese.
When the money is traced, it leads right back to his and Amy's pockets. But there's only so much Ross can do. The police aren't telling him that he's their main suspect, so all he can do is keep on lying, devastatingly unaware that they've already unraveled his entire scheme.
They destroyed our business. From January to when this happened, I made just shy of $100,000 with our mobile grooming business. As soon as this happened,
My boy said he made shy of $100,000. Yeah, you made $27,424. That's $27,000, bro. Stop lying. You got a tax refund of $3,000, so we'll just call it 30 grand, okay? You got 30 grand, bro. Where's the other 70 grand coming from?
with all the media coverage, all of that went away because of this.
And you said you had a large amount of money in your single wide. Is that where the money came from?
The money that was in our single wide in my safe, about $80,000. That was literally the like savings between Amy and myself.
The detectives know Ross is lying through his teeth, but for the sake of having a civil conversation with Amy, they'll hold off on confronting and accusing Ross until after their talk with Amy.
Just shovel the bullshit out of that front seat right now so Amy can get in.
Mm-hmm.
He's the victim, you know.
Oh, I got that very quickly. But follow the money.
Follow the money.
You could tell that he...
See, I told you they smiling, they laughing about that follow the money shit, bro. They like, huh, no, you don't say. Because about half of their evidence is about that goddamn money that they got, that he know that, damn, English, that they have, that they know that he took. There you go. English.
Right now so Amy can get in.
Mm-hmm.
He's the victim, you know.
Oh, I got that very quickly. But follow the money.
Follow the money.
You could tell that he's...
Yeah, I saw him.
And every time he's talking, he can't look at you in the face.
I know. You got a tiger by the tail here, though, buddy. Don't think you don't. This is a career case, let me tell you.
Your grandmother, and then obviously Mr. Scott.
Case, let me tell you.
Stop the cap. He just trying to hype out the underdog, bro. I feel, you know, shout out to OG trying to hype out
Your grandmother, and then obviously Mr. Scott and his mom. What do you remember? What can you help us with? Where should we look?
Yeah, me and my therapist talk about that a lot. Obviously, you got to know finding Well, doesn't really leave you in the right state of mind. Can do things to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then everything that ensued. I mean, honestly, I can barely remember the funerals.
Ross, tell us a little bit about like the relationship between, like, I guess y'all and the family. Something happened.
We got into it around 4th of July or something with Mike, but he wasn't a nice person at all. Because I told my mom, look, I don't like it. My kids can't come over there until we straighten some stuff out.
So at the time of the murders, you and your mom were back talking, everything was kind of getting patched up?
Me and my mother was not a horrible person. She was prickly.
She always hated her mom.
So can you tell us a little bit about that weekend when were you gone, when you got home and you found the bodies, or what happened?
His mom's.
I just peeped. That was lie number one. It kind of skipped over my head at first, but she said her and her mom, she didn't hate her mom or whatever.
She always hated her mom.
Before that.
So can you tell us a little bit about that weekend when
she said that she hated
were you gone, when you got home and you found the bodies, or what happened?
That went
His
over my head. I
mom's.
had to go
My
back for that
mother-in-law.
lie number one.
To do Halloween.
She holding herself together pretty well. As somebody was trying to lie, but strike number one. You feel me?
We went down there. We spent the weekend.
What day did y'all leave to go down?
Friday night.
Friday night.
Sunday morning.
My drug was quite crazy for about a couple of years there. And I've chosen to step away, and I've got to be healthy, and I've got kids, and I've got a life to live, and it's somebody else dropped the ball on it. It's not on me anymore.
Okay. Well, if we just ask Ross a couple more things, and we'll be out of here.
Now that Amy has been spoken to as well, detectives are ready to drop the ball on Ross and let him know that they don't suspect him of the murders. They know he did it.
A couple more things, and we're gonna get out of here.
He's gonna
Okay.
run away because y'all got him in the car.
There was something that
No
had
locked
come
doors.
up. You remember owning a like a red pair of shoes?
A pair of shoes?
ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Don't recall.
These ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Yeah, okay, I remember those shoes.
What happened to the shoes?
That's a good question, because I have no idea.
This is from crime scene photos, and these are confirmed to be ASIC Speed Star shoes.
Okay.
Inside, and they have blood droplets on them. And interestingly enough, you're at the Quick Trip wearing those shoes the night of the murders.
Okay.
So if you never went in the house, I'm just interested to know how they ended up in the house.
I feel that pressure right there on my chest, bro. Like,
I'm just interested to know how they ended up in the house.
I have no idea how those shoes would have had any kind of blood on them. I mean, obviously I was wearing them at a Quick Trip on the 31st.
Well, and they never found the clothes either that you were wearing.
That hoodie?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think here.
If y'all left on
What was it? Let me think here, because I'm fucked.
Halloween afternoon, but you're on video there, the timeline doesn't add up. The fact that your shoes are inside of the house in blood, that's a big problem.
Again, I don't know where the shoes are at the moment, and I don't remember whatever happened to those particular shoes. If something were to have happened,
See, that's how you know that he did it, because he's worried about where the shoes are instead of saying, so there's so many different pairs of shoes. Anybody could have been wearing those shoes. If he really didn't do it, he would have been standing on business. Like, so anybody could wear those shoes. That wasn't me. What the hell? And those shoes
I
are
had
old.
done.
We got rid of
It
them.
would be stupid for me to
It's been
wear
8
them into the
years.
house and then wear them
What the hell keeps
after that.
the same pair of shoes for
Right.
8 years?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They were never found.
Those type of shoes
So it's
right
almost
there,
like you got rid of them.
shoes, man. Them workout
I highly
shoes.
doubt I got rid of them
Like
then,
2 years,
but
you get a new
I
pair.
mean,
Here's the bottom line, okay? So we know what happened, and we're about to prove it.
okay.
So the opportunity for you is now. If you want to look out for yourself, is to really just to tell us what happened. If this was something that Amy put you up to doing, because obviously you had.
See how detectives do that? They try just to get a confession. They try and like make you seem like you're taking the easy route by saying like, oh yeah, it was her idea and I was swayed into it. You still gonna get that life sentence, bro. You still gonna be in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just a detective tactic.
Have the skill set to go in here and do this, and y'all did benefit from the murders, okay? Because
He trying to set up like a possible motive, so that way it makes it seem like the Ross, my guy over here. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't into it. It wasn't his idea. He didn't want to do it. He was just following her. He loves her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they still gonna throw that book at you, my boy.
You got a lot of money. We've been through your financials. Okay.
We didn't get we did not get a lot of money from this.
Y'all were struggling all up until the murders. The money found in your safe, there's money photos from Mike's computer that match the same serial numbers as the money that was found in the safe. So it's not savings. That's money that was found inside of Mike and Kathy's house that Mike was saving, and y'all took it after you killed him. Okay?
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you right now, we're gonna prove it. If you think she's not gonna crack on you when we do, then you're mistaken.
We're not here because we think you did it or you might have did it. We know you did it. Okay, we're just here as a courtesy. I'm just telling you, Ross, financially at the time, things were really bad. We got text messages between you and Amy saying you don't have the money a few weeks before. And you said it the best, follow the money. We did that. We led right into your single wide. It's piling up, Ross. You don't want to roll the dice on this, I'm telling you. It's not going to come up pretty.
If, for instance, Amy and I decided to, or if I decided to take a deal,
right,
mine is going to be better than Amy's because I came to the trough first, right?
Right.
You see that smirk on the back of my guy's face? He know he have them. He said, if I were to, just hypothetically saying, my deal would be better, right? Because I came in here first. Boy, my boy, a rat about to bite the fucking cheese, boy. He about to say everything.
For instance, Amy and I decided to, or if I decided to take a deal,
right,
mine is going to be better than Amy's because I came to the trough first, right?
Right.
So prison time, no matter what. Amy, prison time, no matter what. My 3 kids in here, they grew up without a father and a mother. Granted, my mother would be more than willing to take them. I understand that.
We're not the ones who put you on this predicament. Now you're going to have
Yeah, but my boy tried to get some sympathy. My kids grew up without a father. You should have thought about that before you killed the lady.
to deal with the consequences.
10, 20 years in prison.
My boy said 10, 20 years. No, they're gonna throw the book at your dumb ass, bro. You killed 4 people.
That's best case minimum scenario, I would imagine, right?
It's better than the rest of your life or death, isn't it?
I mean, it might as well be one of those two. By the time I get out, my kids aren't going to know who the f I am. I mean, the other option is I probably need to talk to a lawyer at this juncture here.
All right, Ross.
You're free to
I
go.
respect that.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
4 days after these
You're free to go. It's
interviews,
crazy.
Amy
I told you. I said at the beginning. I don't pre-watch my videos, bro. I said at the
and
beginning.
Ross were
when I let them
arrested
go.
in Pendleton, South Carolina, and were charged with the 4 brutal murders of
Okay.
Kathy Scott, Mike Scott, Barbara
What did they
Scott,
get?
and Violet Taylor. The
What did
2
they
are
get?
being held in prison without bond, while their
I told you, life in prison, no bond. No matter what you fucking say, you bit the cheese, and both of y'all got life in prison, bro. Dumbass motherfucker. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for staying. This one was a little long one, but I appreciate you for rocking out with me the whole way, bro. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay dangerous. If you riding, but most assuredly, y'all stay blessed, man. I love y'all. Shout out DJ Ghost. DJ Ghost for motherfucking president. I'm gonna catch y'all next time.